Good morning, church family.
Good morning.
I must say that I've only been here about 4.5 months, and yet so many of you have adopted me. And I feel I've been adopted into your family, and I feel so welcome here. And God bless. God bless each of you. Now, as was mentioned earlier, and is mentioned on the cover of your bulletin, this is National Donor Sabbath. It's actually a 3-day event in November 15, 16, and 17 across many of the major religions in America. Friday, our Muslim neighbors celebrated Al-Day Sabbath. Saturday, our Jewish cousins. And today, all our Christian brothers and sisters are invited to learn more about the critical shortage, to celebrate life, and to pray for those affected by donation and transplantation. Now, this story was struck right home here a few weeks ago, as some of you might remember, when one of our own was announced as needing a kidney transplant. That's Lynette Adkins. She was recently diagnosed, and we pray that a family member or a loved one is able to be compatible and share a kidney with her, for her. Because otherwise, the typical waiting time is upwards of 5 years for a kidney transplant. That's 5 years of dialysis. Now, one of the big reasons for this long waiting period is that not everyone is registered to be an organ donor. That is, once we make the transition and leave this mortal shell. Now, that Sunday I told Mrs. Atkins that personally my sympathy for her was also empathy for her. Because many of you don't already know this, but I too, I'm a liver transplant recipient. A little over 11 years ago, a catastrophic liver failure ended my ability to work or even participate much in the church. Lost my business, went bankrupt, the whole 9 yards. I have since lived through an epic struggle just to survive. Hepatitis C had been coursing through my veins for over 35 years, most of those years without detection. And back then, there was no cure. For many, once diagnosed with hepatitis C, it was a certain death sentence, that is, without a liver transplant. I'll go into further detail later during my proclamation, titled appropriately enough, "Do you really believe in miracles?" I ask you that question now. Do you really believe in miracles? Can I have a show of hands of those of us who really believe in miracles? Well, after you hear the story that I'll tell you later, I believe that it will convince even the most hardened skeptics among you. But since it's not National Recipients Sabbath, but rather National Honoring of Donors, I would like to introduce you to someone. I'd like to introduce you to a woman who saved my life. When her son, after grievous medical struggles, was declared brain dead in the hospital, she made a decision that saved my life and the life of a number of others by allowing her son's organs to be retrieved for organ transplant. Please, I'd like you to give a very warm welcome to my life-saving friend, Tonja Rout Jones.
I'm going to do my best not to cry. So bear with me, please. I'm honored to be here today. We're honored to be here today. This is Father John Jones, my husband, and we would like to probably tell you first about a little bit about Michael. This is a person, sorry. I want to tell you a little bit about Michael before I tell you about why we made the decision for Michael to be a donor. He was born in 1988. His name is Michael Jarrell, and born February 3rd, 1988. And immediately, I noticed something was different about him. He kept blinking his eyes and things like that, but he was bright-eyed. You know, he knew, you knew he entered into the world, you know, he had a lot of character. He was blinking a lot, and come to find out 10 months later, what it was seizures. He was having seizures. And so once they wanted to find out what the cause of the seizures was, and we found out he had a brain tumor that was inoperable. Then at that time, they had given us 5 years to live, and I just believed that God was going to heal him completely. And he did eventually, but I'll tell you about that. So he went through, he surpassed the 5 years. He was a really good kid. He did have some emotional issues because of the tumor. When there's any issues with the brain, you do have some emotional issues because the brain is what controls your body. But through all of his pains and some sufferings, he was determined to enjoy life. He found happiness in the simpler things. He loved movies, he loved drums. He would pick up 2 strands of grass and would, you know, make music, and he could actually make music. He was considered a special needs child. And to me, he was special for more reasons than what society gave him. Fast forward, he loved to praise God too. He was off balance in his walking ability, but it was days I would walk into his room and he'd be jumping around with his eyes closed singing hallelujah. And he wouldn't fall, and I knew he was praising God. I'd leave him alone. So, you know, he had a connection with God as well. As he got older, because they couldn't remove the tumor, he started to deteriorate, and we were told that they had to remove the tumor to see if, you know, it would be successful or not, you know, so that he could live longer. And the removal of the surgery went well. The surgery went well, but a month passed and he decided, it was like a 3-day, he went fast within the 3 days. At that time, the nurses started coming to us, asking us if we wanted to be donors. And I know I'm forgetting some things. But at the time, when they asked us to be donors, I was like, you know, how dare they ask me something like that? And then quickly, I thought, hey, it was selfish reasons. Well, he could be a donor and I could see him here. Not physically, you know, but, you know, spiritually. I just felt like there was that there could be an attachment that he could help save somebody else. And so we made the decision. And, but first, the prayer was, okay, God, if he's going to be an organ donor, and we didn't know how many organs he was going to donate, that was going to be donated. I said, I need the individuals receiving his organs to love God and appreciate the gift, because this child is a sweet child. And the gift of life called us and told us that he was able to donate 7 organs. And that was just a blessing to us to hear that. But you couldn't contact the people for a year. We couldn't contact each other. So after a year passed, I couldn't wait, to hear from the people. And I did receive letters, one of which was from Mr. Milford and his family. And all of the letters stated that in some kind of way they were in a mission, some type of missionary or they were lovers of God, some kind of way. And I just broke down in tears, because that was a way God telling me that your prayer was answered. So we weren't able to meet. I wanted to meet the families. So we were only able to meet one family who has become part of our family, Mr. Milford and his family. And we just love him and appreciate him. And he is such a kind person, him and his family. They welcomed us we welcomed each other into our homes. Our children, well, he has a daughter, and we have 2 daughters, and they kind of grew up together, and we went through a few, like events and things. We just enjoyed each other's
graduation
parties and things like that. And they brought so much joy to our life. And so I would just like to say that no one wants to lose a loved one. But if you can think of how many people that you helped, they have to ask you at the time of your person, the person makes their transition, because there's only so much time that they have to make to transfer, right? And so if you can surpass those types of feelings and understand that you're bringing someone else's joy, it's the most precious gift of life that you can give. Amen.
I was just amazed that we're 11 years gone. It's been 11 years now. But I just wanted to, she said everything that really needed to be said, but I just wanted to take you back to that room, because he was in intensive care, and they came to us, and at the time when we're recognizing that he's not going to be here, they're asking us one of the hardest questions ever. Do you want to donate his organs? Which would have been a little bit easier to fathom had he not been his chest not still been moving up and down. And to know that the last time we see him, that breathing machine would still be breathing. And we'd have to walk out of that room knowing that we decided that every take him before he stops. It was hard. I say that because you need to recognize the sacrifice that you're making. But the sacrifice was so worth it, because the pain was going to be the pain. He was going to pass. He was out of here that evening, that night he was over. And the question is, does it stop with him? Or can he change some lives? And if this 21-year-old boy, whose life stopped early, is able to affect lives going forward, well, isn't that what life is about? So while we left here, touching, saving 7 lives. If you leave this earth and your life has not impacted somebody, you were a wasted breath. So I just want to say that we're blessed to know that he was younger than when we met him, and that was 11 years ago. or 10 years ago, I guess it was 11 years ago. But I just want to say, do something for somebody that can't do nothing for you. Don't talk about it, and you'll stay blessed.
Praise God for people like the Joneses family. Yes, I had some wonderful times in their home. Their daughters are like 1 year away from my daughter's age on either side. And so we attended each other's graduation parties and all that. And by the way, Tanja makes some mean fried chicken. I'm just saying.